At AT&T Stadium, which opened in 2009, and off in the distance you see the home of the Rangers, World Series champion Texas Rangers.
See this, Jim? Here's the Daddy Stadium.
Okay.
Daddy. Here's the Mommy Stadium, which is their old one, and this is their new one right here. And they're a great team as the team is transferred. Congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy.
It was an unbelievable run, and for anybody who lives in Dallas, Jim, it was a blast.
And that was right out of Madden's playbook. Well done.
Go.
Here's a first down to start the second quarter, and a nice throw. Whipped it right in there to Dotson.
Now there's a third bucket this week. I think what happened, like this is a father bucket, this is a mother bucket, and since the last game, they had a baby bucket.
That was pretty good.
Bravo.
I don't know where he came up with it. I tried to do a average version.
I think it was very good.
But that was pretty good.
By the way, the Rangers moved to Arlington in 1971, and they came from Washington. And here come the Washington Commanders with Robinson kicking it in gear, and he's all the way to the Dallas 20 where he stood up.
Wow, that was a huge, rare to get. If you can run the football, I want you to watch the left side of the line. These two guys right there are going to pull on the side and come around. And that's really just why coaches matter so much, Jim. See how wide open that was? When you get a certain front and they align a certain way, you pull these guys over there, it's wide open. That's why you go hire good coaches like Dan Quinn. And
we got Marquise Bell down. He has been quite a presence for them this year, coming in from the secondary and playing linebacker 8 or longer. Before that one is Robinson gets the handle, and he's got a Cowboy dragging him down. It's Armstrong. Give him one.
Well, when I talk about movement up front, I want you to watch the D line. This is a run stunt, they call it. One guy goes in, one goes out. You think you have them all blocked with leverage, but that's what makes Dan Quinn so unique and special, is that he knows when to do it in the run game, when to do it in the pass game, and it's not just take this guy on and beat him and make the play.
There's a 2nd and 10. Little fake handoff, try to set up a screen. Oh, Cowboys are on it. It's Clark. Damone Clark had that read all the way. Robinson's going to lose yardage. 8 yards, in fact.
Well, you called it. Clark, who is the signal caller on this defense, I want you to watch right here. His job is to guard him. So right after the snap, he beats the guard and gets all the way over there. If you're a little late to recognize, Jim, you get blocked. Outstanding job by Clark.
Again, the Cowboys don't give up first downs on 3rd and 8 or longer, but about once every 2 months. They've yielded one already on this drive, 3rd and 10 before. There's Parsons lined up right over the center. They need 18 for the first. Not going to get it. Thomas grabs it for 2. And they'll bring out the field goal unit.
Well, they were expecting man coverage. That's why they run a crossing route. And this is next level. There's just one guy in man coverage because they know where they want to go. Everyone's in zone except for who's guarding Logan Thomas, as if they knew they were going to throw it there.
Here is Joey Sly coming out for the field goal attempt from 43 yards. And the Commanders are on the board. They drove it 50 yards in 8 plays. 7-3 Dallas. Early second quarter. Happy Thanksgiving.
Could you spare a piece of chocolate for a starving orphan?
I'm sorry, my child. I don't have any on me.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you chocolate.
Ooh. Wonka. It's just a bit of chocolate.
Correction. It was actually my chocolate. Rated PG, December 15th.
He's got nothing but the field in front of him. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Touchdown!
love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Lost a bet.
Bold. He's double espresso. This one's for the prize?
Intenso.
No. Cool. Definitely iced. Sweet. Don't forget to recycle. Bye! Unforgettable.
Nespresso. What else?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Uber Eats. Get almost anything for game day. Wonka, only in theaters December 15th, rated PG. And by Bud Light, who reminds you to drink responsibly. Well, you haven't had your feast yet. That'll whet your appetite.
Yeah, I would probably cook it a little longer, a couple of salmonella's been
all right.
Going around.
Don't you worry.
Okay. Looks great, though. Been done.
How about this? All season long, they've tried, well, they've had 51 kickoffs. There's been 2 onside kick attempts. 49 touchbacks on the other ones.
Wow. Shows you
this guy's got
a leg.
Got a leg. And it's not going to even have a chance of being returned here.
Wow. It's like you when you drive the golf ball.
That's it. Just overshoot everything.
Bombing it.
On Tuesday, the Washington Commanders hosted their Harvest Feast, providing Thanksgiving dinners to 2,500 families in need. And last week, the Dallas Cowboys served their early Thanksgiving Day meal for 600 people at the Salvation Army of North Texas.
We do that every year when I played. I don't know if you know, I used to play for Dallas.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it's one of the great moments all years when you get a chance to do that.
Here's Scott's pass to Pollard, and he's got a gain of 5. Pollard saw his backup Dowdle get the game's first touchdown.
Well, that's the area. I mean, Dowdle's numbers are great. He's almost averaging just under 5 yards carry. But as a backup, Pollard was the backup last year. We got a lot of fans who are watching today who aren't following Jim Nance's Instagram daily. But
no, 2nd and 5. He's going to keep it. There goes Dak out to the 40.
That's where Dak is at his best. The improvisation stuff breaks down. I think he's doing it at a very high level right now. Coach McCarthy goes hitch, and then go. If it's not there, that becomes then just a fundamental aspect of it instead of being just reactionary. He's able to practice it a lot and then shows up in the game.
Yep, there's a 10-yard scramble, Tony. So you set it down for Dallas.
There we go.
He's got his tight end. Schoonmaker with a first down maker of a catch. And how about the schedule on a short week, Tracy?
That's right. It is always a quick turnaround for both of these teams. Mike McCarthy told us he started planning for this game a few weeks ago, altering the schedule, lightening the players' load to keep them fresh. He also started working on the Commanders last Thursday, and he worked on it up until they left for Carolina. Fortunately for them, they were up 20 to the Panthers and were able to pull some starters. But talking with Dak, he said the coaches did such a good job. He felt extremely fresh coming into this game.
Well, that's one of the areas where I feel like, Jerry Jones hiring Mike McCarthy, they've done a great job. This whole system and the structure of everything, I feel like they really have it down almost to a science from an algorithm, because they brought in a coach who had been there, he'd had success, and now it's paying dividends because the small things, right? He lets the players, let's say, sleep in their bed the night before at home games. He lets them not come in at 6 a.m. after a night game.
The pass play to Lamb down to the 31-yard line.
The number one thing you got to do is stop CeeDee Lamb. To me, that's like, you cannot give those kind of windows. if you're Washington.
This goes for 16, Tony. Lamb was able to get pretty quick separation right there. The second catch. Howard still the back.
Yeah! Here we go!
Going for the big ball. Wide open! Touchdown! Brandon Cooks.
What an outstanding play call. Great throw. And just the design, though, gets Cooks wide open, and Cooks runs a perfect route. He has that unique speed to separate. And I want you to watch Cooks right here. He's going to come in and go all the way back out. And just turnstiles the defense right there. And such a weapon when he's healthy, Jim, for this offense.
Wow, Cooks, he's been coming on of late, Tony. That goes for 31 yards and the touchdown. Extra point is good. And a second touchdown pass for Prescott. This one goes to Cooks, who goes over 9,000 career receiving yards on the away.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah, I think it's just a nice, quiet Thanksgiving day. Enjoy a little football with my friends, yes.
It's great to have you out here. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Well, you know, in the Sterator household, it was a lasagna of some sort, Jim. So the turkey lasagna with a little white sauce was a great thing.
I wish you would have brought a little bit down here with you.
Yeah, a lot of Italian they talk about on Thanksgiving, Gene. That's a great call.
We'll try to keep Gene out of the mix. Hopefully won't be any rules discrepancies or controversies. We'll see as the ball goes down the field, incomplete. And the direction of McLaurin.
That was one of the areas I thought you have to attack this Dallas team is down the field, single high, one-on-one. McLaurin kind of slowed up on that one. But you can't throw it out of bounds. You got to give him a chance on those.
This is where they got to be careful, Tony. I mean, all of a sudden you had a good drive last time, settled for a field goal, and now Dallas is up 11.
Yeah, you're very close to getting blown out like most teams do here. But you got to protect the football, get the ball out quick, or use your legs.
2nd and 10 for Howell. There he completes it to Thomas. Nice turnaround move as he got away from Clark. And the Commanders have a first down. Now, you briefly mentioned Eric Bieniemy, and seems like things are starting to click. Bieniemy, of course, the longtime coordinator for Andy Reid at Kansas City, now here.
Yeah, I think he does a great job. Like, to me, they've almost evolved from the beginning of the year. And when I say that, you bring your system in, but you don't know it. Same as Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. It's like he started taking over play calling, and they have a rhythm to it. And I feel like he's found his rhythm now.
1st and 10. As Robinson tries to chug along, he's got about 4. Clark makes the tackle this time. We'll give him 3. What have you seen so far out of Howell in this game?
Well, I think he's handled the pressure well. I mean, the onslaught, I call it, of like feeling like this is, whoa, they're on you very quickly. And the difference, though, is the defense right now for the Commanders has not held up their side of the bargain, because you can't give up 2 touchdowns that early. And the big plays. I mean, Dallas could have had 2 or 3 other ones, too, if they weren't overthrown.
2nd and 7, and again, they'll run it with success. It's Gibson. And Clark wrestles him down. They've got Marquise Bell back out there, the Cowboy defense, number 14, who was in on that tackle.
And that's huge because, you know, he came from the safety position, like you said earlier, moved down. He understands concepts on offense. Once you play safety, you see all of the concepts that come at you as an offense, the different route trees, and now you put him at linebacker, and he understands leverage and where to go, and he's been outstanding. Great instincts. They had 10 tackles last game. The lights come on for him, and he's been fantastic for them, and that's big without having Curse in the game today.
So 3rd and 1. Play action. Howell has the time, and the pass wasn't there, but the flag is. As Donovan Wilson was trying to guard Samuel.
Well, this is the eyes. He's following the eyes of the quarterback. And Wilson holds because he's late to recognize the play.
Defense number 6. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
So automatic first down.
I want you to watch him. He looks at the quarterback and then, oh, he's late. And he grabs. And it's actually a really smart job grabbing Samuel, because that might have been a touchdown if he wasn't, because no one was over there.
Yeah, there's no one behind him, was there? You know, you were talking all about Bell being important to them as we got an injury timeout, trying to throw a block. So he's getting looked at, and also here he might be possible head injury too, per Tracy down there on the sideline. Been pretty quiet so far for Parsons, Tony.
Yeah, and he's right here. You have to have a plan for him. Right now, there's nobody in the backfield to help out, so he's got to go one-on-one.
Samuel. Somersaults down for about a gain of 8, and he's still going.
They get him the ball many different ways. Great job on that 1/3 down to get them down in field goal range, and you can see just the burst he has when he gets it in his hand. They run it with him, jet sweep, get him in space. One of the keys to this game for this Dallas defense was tackling. That's one of the best attributes of this Washington offense, is the run after catch.
Antonio Gibson is the running back. Samuel just rolled right off his helmet and kept on going, trying to make a case he wasn't down. 2nd and 2. Gibson trying to find it, and he does. Had to get past Hankins. And we're at 5.5 to go in the first half, and Washington moving for the 2nd consecutive possession.
Yeah, that's huge. Keeping possession of the ball, keep the offense off the field on the other side. And the one area the last few years on this defense, which is so dominant, is if a team can pound the rock and keep the ball, you have a chance, you know, to stay in the game and then all of a sudden create the plays late.
Does Dak think this is going to be a nail biter at the end?
Yes.
1st and 10. Howell flagged down at the line and overthrows his target, Brown.
That's the one-on-one aspect I was talking about. Sticky
Offside.
Coverage.
Defense number 56. Lined up in a neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
We hear from Tracy that Robinson has been cleared and he's going to return to the field. There he is. He is, along with Christian McCaffrey, the only running backs in the league with 500 yards rushing and 300 plus receiving.
Well, that's the penalties have helped a couple times Washington, and that is the area where they got to shore up this defense. They are the most penalized defense in the league, and that'll cost you against the best teams.
1st and 5. Trouble here. Parsons and others. Dante Fowler. Well, they blew up that play in a hurry, Tony.
Boy, did they. So what you're doing is that you can give it to the running back. It's off of Fowler right here, who's on this side, and he plays it perfectly. You run at the quarterback and the running back, and it was too slow developing. You cannot have a draw by the running back. Fowler's able to play both. You have to hit it quickly and then keep it or give it to him.
That was a loss of 6.
So hard against this defense when you get behind the chains.
And this crowd gets activated off that play. Makes it even harder for the visitor. Pass caught. McLaurin with a first down. Boy, that pass was threaded.
Yes, and like I said, it's very easy against this defense when you're behind the chains. Very easy. That's a great job. Bland, who's been playing outstanding football. It's a zone defense there. But watch Leno, how good he did against Parsons. That hand right there, he's asking for a penalty as if it was into his face mask there. But if you can block him one-on-one and get time like that, you have a chance.
Got a first down. That picked up 13.
You know it's man because they just motioned him down in.
It's Robinson. And again, Odigizua and others surround him quickly. That's 9 rushes for 32.
I'm so impressed with, everyone talks about Parsons, but Odigizua is playing outstanding football this year. And DeMarcus Lawrence, also number 90, is just almost turned back the hands of time. He is a wrecking ball in there. And this is not a front you want to be in passing situations against consistently.
Lawrence steps off the field for this snap. 2nd and 11.
180, set.
Howell Trying to fit it in there. Incomplete. Going back to Samuel. And that was Bland. You just mentioned what a year he's had. Bland on the coverage. Bland with the 6 interceptions. 4 of them returned for touchdowns.
That is the sticky coverage. I keep saying they got to win the one-on-one matchups in man coverage. And like you said, he's tied for the most in the NFL with interceptions. And how about that? He has 11 the last 2 years, but 4 returned to the house.
That's insane. That's ties the all-time single-season record. Maybe he'll get a 5th.
That's a career right there.
Amazing. 3rd and 11.
Look at all the guys lined up on this side. This is what Dallas does. Then someone comes inside.
Stepping away, stepping up, and launching and completing. Great play by Howell. And it's Dotson with the recovery. Bland was the defender. Gain of 16.
Great job in the pocket. You're going to see someone comes up inside always on this, but Howell resets the pocket, moves, got to use your legs, and it's an exceptional route on the bottom by Dotson. And then when the quarterback moves, you keep moving. They call it plastering on defense. You got to stay with them when you have a quarterback and run around.
They're going to let it run down to the 2-minute warning. Real. Great to see our crew sending along lots of love and Thanksgiving wishes to their loved ones back home. We had a couple of nice nights to celebrate the holidays with everyone, our technical and production teams. As now we got 2 minutes to go in the first half. 12th play of the drive for Washington. And a first down from the Cowboys, 14. Here's Howell working the middle. It's Samuel fighting for it. He's close. They're going to rule him down about a foot shy of the goal line. Samuel's having some first half, Tony.
Yeah, this is the area. They get the ball out quick. This offense is just short, as you can tell there. But these receivers, they're kind of similar in a lot of ways. It's like they're quick, they're fast, they're explosive, and if you can get the ball in their hands, they can use that run after catch ability. And Samuel, no one's better than him and McLaren on their team.
That's 5 catches, 65 for Curtis. Timeout Dallas, and when we reach halftime, we got JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Cower as they recap today's action. That's coming up on the Verizon halftime report. And by the way, the halftime performer here, Dolly Parton.
Wow.
Don't want to miss Dolly. The legend is going to be on the field coming up at halftime.
Give us a little jingle.
Hey, listen, I'm just a guy who works 9 to 5. I can't do that. I mean, you can, though.
That's that right there is every meeting we're in. You hear him talking, you don't see it coming, and he gets you with it.
Pardon me. And
the
great to see Dolly.
The Virginian.
That's Virginian, yes.
Yes, that's right. Is here.
Here for Cowboys Thanksgiving win. I know what you meant. They're here for Dolly. Okay. First and goal. Howell going to run an option. He's going to find the end zone for the Washington touchdown.
This was a great design play. Just straight option. Like you're in high school, everyone's inside. When you put everybody inside, you run outside and you give a two-way go. Parsons so fast to get over there. But watch right here. See all these guys inside? They're going to try and get out here. And by doing so, you give yourself a two-way go. But how about Howell? The toughness, right?
He is.
Sticking his head in there. He's playing really well today.
I tell you, they hit on that pick a year ago in the 5th round. He was one of those guys on draft day that kept sinking, and everybody's saying, what happened? Well, Washington knew better. Well, that drive lasted over 6.5 minutes and ends with a touchdown, and we're back in 30 after this from Lowe's.
Lowe's knows to paint like a pro. You need the products pros trust.
Did you make a call on color?
Blue 42.
Actually, it's Dallas Cowboys Navy.
I like that because I play for the Cowboys.
You got this. We got you. Lowe's knows you've been waiting all year for these holiday deals. That's why we've made Black Friday bigger and better with Golden Gable deals. For 1 week, discover the best savings of the year for your home.
The Cowboys used a timeout before the touchdown plunge, so they've left themselves 151 before the intermission. And pretty impressive drive here for Washington. The last 4 possessions, 2 and 2, have all resulted in points.
Well, that's the one area you talked about, 6 turnovers last week and still had a chance to win. If this team doesn't turn the ball over, like we talked about in the beginning, they are going to be in every game. But this is Dallas doesn't usually have a lot of close games at home.
Here's Sly blowing it through the end zone for another touchback. Tuesday on CBS. Head down under for NCIS Sydney. These 2 teams of highly trained misfits will have to come together to defuse naval crimes in the most contested patch of ocean on the planet. NCIS Sydney, new series Tuesday, 8/7 Central on CBS.
20, 20, and solid 20 over here. Solid 20, solid 20. These 2, Monday. Yeah, there we go. What's it?
Well, that was a great job by Dak to try and get him, draw him off sides.
Encroachment. Defense number 93. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And you got a 3-5 out of it too.
Well, that's the next level of quarterbacking where the younger quarterbacks that we see don't. Centers usually go up and tell everyone to block. There's 5 O linemen. Usually there's 4 D linemen. And you got to send the 5th guy to somebody. So auto. So he's going to point over here. That means center. You go that way if he points over there. Gives him a thumbs up. Means you're good. No hop.
On 1st and 5. There's Dak. Wide open. Is Cooks. That touchdown, the big play for 31 yards. That was the 15th time this year the Commander defense has given up a touchdown outside of 20. That's 6 more than the second most. There's another pass play that's tipped.
Well, this is a monster drive. You call it the ball at the end of the half. You see a tip right here. Hit him in the face mask. It looked like almost, but
the Ron Payne.
But I mean, you get the ball. Dallas gets the ball coming out of half, and to score here and get it right back and go, it's the game can get away from you in a hurry.
Yep, double up. There's Dak. Flips it. Caught on the rebound. How about that? Brooks ends up with it. It was intended for Tolbert. Dallas is in business on the Washington side of the 50.
Dak does a good job extending the play, and right here tries to give him a chance. The ball's underthrown, but perfectly underthrown, so it can go off the helmet right into the hands of Brooks, who was ready.
Picked up 24. Now looking to throw on the run. He's got a man inside the 10, and this time Tolbert is the target and the recipient. Gain of 31.
That's a great job extending the play. It's cover 2 out there. And Dak finds the open window in the zone area.
1st and goal at the 7. They go Pollard. Pollard dashing, driving. He's in for the touchdown. Tony Pollard.
What an outstanding drive. And there's a young player for Dallas in this offensive line, Tyler Smith, who should be getting recognized as one of the top guards. He plays with the best one in Zach Martin, but he's slowly becoming a monster on the inside, 73. I want you to watch him push some of the best D tackles all the way and then get up on the next level. And I see that game in, game out. This continuity, this offensive line gives them a chance to win the Super Bowl, Jim. This is a complete football team.
Well, that's big for Tony Pollard. They've been waiting for him to come on. He scores for the 2nd straight week. The extra point, though, is no good. That's Pollard's first touchdown at home this season. His first career touchdown against Washington. Pollard, who had a 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown 2 years ago on Thanksgiving. We were here to see it. He fights for the money. Here's the PAT that just glanced the outside of the upright. He's not missed, talking about Aubrey, the kickers, you see Pollard. Aubrey has not missed a field goal, but he's missed 3 PATs on the season. Go figure. We got the Verizon halftime report coming up with JP and the crew. And guess what, Tony? Dolly Parton at halftime.
Well, you already talked. She has her day job, 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think that there's a lot of people, the excitement. Nobody does a better halftime show. Thanksgiving, Charlotte Jones has done an exceptional job all these years getting some incredible talent, and everyone loves the halftime show. You talk to Sam Howell, and he's like, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to watch it.
He was a big country music fan. And Dolly is beloved. We're going to see her coming up at halftime. She's got a new album coming out called Rockstar.
So many things.
She is timeless.
When you think of Dolly, you think of so many things. So many.
Even some new ones every once in a while.
Yes. Great songs. Right here, 3 timeouts. You got a shot to go down the field. To be semi-aggressive, I call it, because you can get in field goal range here. You probably got about 4 plays, maybe a 5th max if you do it correctly. But I would come out with a screen. Unless they're expecting a screen, then I wouldn't throw a screen. But something easy to get you going and try and get 5-10 yards. Dallas has to be a little smart, a little safer. See how everyone's off a little deeper, not up on the line of scrimmage.
Here's Howell dropping back, ducking under and getting away. Boy, this kid's got some moves and some power. And that pass incomplete, but saved a sack.
Yeah, that was a drive ender for sure if he's sacked there. And right there, get down. Oh,
well done.
That was the 2 keys to the game were beating man coverage. You got to win your one-on-one matchup at wide receiver. And the other one is Howell using his gifts to slide, move, create. You're going to have to do that a lot if you're going to beat this Dallas front.
How about you got quarterbacks in this game that were, not high picks. I've mentioned it a couple times, but Prescott was a 135th pick in his draft. Howell was the 144th pick. And look at him now. Here's Howell. Hangs in there, completes it for a first. They got all 3 of their timeouts, and there's one right there. That was Pringle with the catch. The former Chief and Bear.
Well, it shows you can come from anywhere and succeed.
Yeah, you know that.
Improving. Yeah, but I mean, I'm different. I was the best.
But, it's so hard.
It's true, though. It's just you just keep getting better. It's like I was terrible when I got in the NFL. For those of you who didn't know, I played again, second time. But it's just. You just keep trying to learn the game and study it and try and know as much information to give you advantages pre-snap at the quarterback position. And then if you have the ability, it'll eventually show. And like you said, Washington got a steal drafting him, and so did Dallas.
I know you were looking forward to seeing the eye test, to watch it in person, because you break down the film with the best of them all week long. But
I like
him. See it in person.
He's
impressive.
Tough. Yes, he's tough. He can throw the football. And he's only going to get better and better. And, to me, it's like there's that graduate class that goes to the he doesn't have enough experience yet to go to the master class level of stuff pre-snap. But he can make plays like this right here.
Look at him jump up, complete it. Thomas, flag down. Clock stopped at 5 seconds.
Yeah, that'll probably end the half. It looked like a hold on Washington.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
This should be a kneel down right here. Take it to the half. I'm always like teams, right here, they'll hand the ball off or they'll throw something quick just to be smart and not turn it over, a pick 6 or something. And it always gets them some yards, but I still remember one time where I saw a team fumble and the other team picked it up and scored. And it's like, are you going to score on this play? Are you really going to score on this play? No. So all you're doing is giving them a chance of scoring.
Nothing crazy here, just a straight handoff for Robinson and 7 yards to bring us to halftime. Well, the teams exchange touchdowns in the final 2 minutes of that first half. It's 20-10 Cowboys over the Commanders. Halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
Hey.
Honey?
Hello, family. While you're shopping, please give me a new 5G phone.
You did all this to tell me you want a new phone? A better plan would be